we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Trojans will put total weather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Vanderbilt's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
The Commodores want to pick up the tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
And sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses at the podium after games. We got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
We're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. Show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get it done. Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. Put up some big numbers this year if they keep up at this pace.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man downfield. He was smelling that in. They get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Commodores line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So USC's offense will go to work for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
And the Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Back to pass, it's Bacon. Makes the grab on the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. The quick out. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojans.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Commodores headed quickly to the line.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Just needs a crack to get a return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Dropping back, it's Bacon. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll run play action. Quickly complete. Runs through a tackle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 2nd down coming up. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Floats it out in space.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Commodores send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Touchdown, USC! Special teams proving to be special. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Sets up the screen. Runs through the tackle.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Makes a move. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll go to the ground. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Bacon. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Brings him to the open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Rhodes. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that. On third down, fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Bacon. He rifles one deep down the right side. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Caught in the backfield, it's Gossett. Finds a crease at the 20. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. To the air on second down. Under fire. And the sack. All the way back into the 5.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Finds the tight end. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Bacon. Finds his back in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants it all. Touchdown Trojans! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
They were great. Defensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he puts through the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll run it from the gun. Makes his man miss. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. There he goes.
adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the... Taking the kick all the way back for 6. Don't draw it up any better than that.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Michigan. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Firing deep. Oh, he has a deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day.
Nash. Whoa.
USC. The hidden yardage, the big play. Special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing. Reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Commodores will punt this one away. He'll take it on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Made a defender miss. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have with the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Grabbed behind the line.
My
It's
God.
Johnson.
Good
Brings
play,
him down
bro.
at the 48. It's a gain of 50.
Oh, shit.
First down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's into the open down the middle. The 10. Touchdown, Trojans. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Let's go.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill. You scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Commodores line up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Trojans! Stealing a score on special teams. He did that one all by... himself, make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Defense.
Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with...
And the Heat will get home.
Leave him alone.
Goes down at the 17. And the Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Trojans want to move quickly. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Looking to pass. It's Bacon. Snagged in the middle. It's Rhodes. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Or will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Motion from the wide receiver. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Quick spin on the run. Commodores line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. They bring the punter onto the field now. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, Dave.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh! And the deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Bacon. Catch in the middle, it's Rhodes. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Gets away from one. Finds some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. By a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He's got it down the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Bacon. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the moon kind. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, USC.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He wants a big play here late. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Mm.